Good morning. My name is Ralph Herbert, and Daniel's asked me to share three things with you. And the first one is have I experienced God's grace in my life? And I always look back to when I was 19 years old, and a cousin shared with me the gospel of Jesus Christ. And it was very dramatic for me and very personal. And from that point on, I kind of seen how God has worked in my life since then in my spiritual journey. From there, years later, after I served an organization called Youth for Christ, I was able to go on as a youth director at First Presbyterian Mansfield. And there I was loved into being Presbyterian. There they loved me and showed me God's love. And so from there I was ordained and moved on and eventually served in two churches for 34 years in pastoral ministry, retiring last year. I've seen God's grace working in my life in many different ways, and I'm very grateful. The second thing he asked me to do is share a high and low point in my spiritual or vocational journey. The high point has to be in my last church, where we watched a congregation go from a sitting to ascending church. We saw how the church went busted the walls and was living beyond the sanctuary, and making a impact on the community in many, many different ways. Also going down to Nicaragua and developing a ministry down there, and also now in Honduras. But the church had a mindset of it's not about us, it's about others. And when you see a church get excited and passionate about mission and service and in bringing the gospel to others, you have to see that as a high point. The low point is more difficult. I thought about it for a long time, and frankly, the low point is just seeing how much ministry reveals your flaws. How much ministry reveals, the maybe even the selfishness sometimes that you have about what's important to you, and how hard it is to serve others selflessly, like Jesus has called us to do. And so for me, that unfortunately it was reoccurred too many times. But I am appreciative of what I have, how I've grown in seeing myself as God sees me. Lastly, what am I doing presently? I'm serving as the interim director of discipleship here at Somerville Presbyterian Church, co-pastoring in a sense with my beautiful wife Anita, and we've done that for a long time, and it's very natural for us to do that. They've asked me to come on for a time just to help with some of the discipleship ministries, teaching the book of John, which I just finished this summer, also leading a men's group, preaching occasionally, and also consulting or meeting and doing some relationship building with members of the congregation and also members of the staff. So that's who I am. That's Ralph Herbert in a nutshell. I'm glad to be here. Hope to meet some of you when we can all gather again together. Again, thank you for this opportunity. See you later. Bye.